Hello friends, I'm Sue Imbolc. Today is Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022, and this is my daily report and card pull. Thank you for joining me. So I hope you've had a good day. It's been a good but long day for me, and I'll be wrapping my day up and going to bed soon, but I wanted to come on and say hi and do a card pull. So, today was Groundhog Day, and from what I've heard, the little groundhog saw his shadow, which means that we will have 6 more weeks of winter. But I mean, really, does it matter? It doesn't seem to matter here in Texas. The weather's going to do what the weather's going to do, and if it wants to be cold, it will. Oh, baby. Everyone say hi to B-Bay. Yeah, that was Alan's sweet girl. This card jumped out. 3 cards jumped out. While I was trying to shuffle cards and save the camera from B-Bay. So, we're pulling 3 cards tonight. Hunter, stop it. Traveler. And Lord. Alright. So yeah, weather. Weather gonna do what weather gonna do. Alright, let's do Hunter first. eBay. No. Track down your fears and desires. Track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. The Hunter card is based on my favorite Celtic god, Cernunnos. He is the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the hunter helps you connect with an energy that is both fearful and fearless. Your fears are the only things that are standing between you and what you desire at this time. So you have to come face to face with them, as the hunter does with wild animals, and go beyond them. Instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter. You are being given confidence and strength at this time, so use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You are here to realize your fullest potential, but this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you are a man or identify as male, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. If you are a female or identify as female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. There you go. Hunter. Traveler. Excuse me. A little congested in my chest this evening. Traveler card. Move in a different direction. Welcome any opportunities to travel either to the outer world or to your inner worlds. The Traveler card represents the gypsy spirit within. The opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you also learn about yourself. This card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often such journeys can be lonely, but this in itself can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels and ancestors are there for you. The road you are on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. It isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within, and you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You are also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. Who doesn't like new friends met on the traveling road? Our last card is Lord. Hijkl. Take charge with authority. Don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. The Lord is the consort of the lady, the emperor in the traditional tarot. He represents an authoritative male who isn't afraid to lay down the law, but this doesn't mean he is angry or chauvinistic. He is self-possessed, reliable, and ambitious. A male of honor who has earned his place in society. The Lord in this oracle holds a ram's staff and wears a crown of antlers, showing he keeps himself firmly rooted in the ground and is protective of his people. His regal air indicates he has a taste for the finer things in life, yet he is sensitive to those who are less fortunate than he. Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There is no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for your growth, and it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation in which you don't want to be. You are being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. This card also brings the energy of ambition and can show you that you have the potential to move upwards on a professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. You want to get there, you got to act like you there. All right, y'all. 3 cards tonight. Lord, Traveler, Hunter. Ordinarily, that's not how we do it, but when they just jump out at you, what you gonna do? You gonna read those cards. All right, Indoor Garden Show and Tell. Let me show you what I have for you tonight. I don't know when these were planted because I didn't label the pots because I was like, oh, I'll label them later. I'll remember when I planted them. Yeah, I don't remember when I planted them, but they're adorable. These are pansies. They won't stop wiggling. Where's the camera? Lots of tiny little blooms. These are not miniature pansies. They're just regular pansy seeds, like any other pansy seed that you would plant in your garden. But I guess from being grown inside with artificial lighting in a pot, so many things coming into play to stunt their little growth and make them be little bitty flowers instead of big flowers. Because pansies, I've never grown pansies in the garden or anywhere for that matter. This is my first time planting pansies, but the ones I see in gardening stores and big box stores, places like that, the blooms are as big as your fist. You know, they're huge with lots of color, and these are not. These are about the size of a quarter, and just as sweet as they can be. I love them. And like I said, I don't remember exactly when I planted them. It was before the turn of the year, for sure. I just don't know when. Be still. They're just too happy. They can't be still. They can't stop dancing. There we go. So, there you have it. There's my indoor garden show and tell card pull. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's raining outside right now. It's it was in the 60s. It's dropped down to 50. It's 50 and raining. It's going to keep dropping down into freezing temps. It's going to keep dropping before it starts rising back up again. And it's just going to be lovely. It's going to freeze. It's not going to freeze tonight, but it's going to freeze tomorrow night and the night after that, and maybe the night after that too. And then it's going to stay above freezing for a few days, and then it's going to freeze again. Assuming the predictions are correct. And, you know, they may or may not be. That's why they're called predictions. And that's why we're assuming. So, thank you for watching. And if you want a crocheted cat, let me know. I showed them to you last night. If you didn't see yesterday's video and you're wondering what the heck's a crocheted cat, well, roll back and watch my video from February 1st, new moon in Aquarius, and you will see what my crocheted cats are. And now on with the celebrations. I told you already that today is Groundhog Day, and we're in Texas, so we don't care. The groundhog doesn't know nothing about our weather. It is also Imbolc, which is also Candlemas, and it's also Bridget's Feast. And last year I read to you about Imbolc from a different book called Simple Wicca. This year I want to read to you from Amy's Planner for a Magical 2022, which is, it's a coloring book that you can color or not, and you can write in or not. You can just do whatever you want to do with it. What I want to do with it right now is read to you about Bridget's Feast. Rituals to venerate the fiery goddess. Keeping faith in anticipation of the coming spring is a potent theme for Imbolc. a festival which celebrates the emergence from winter's darkness into the light of the sun. Bridget, a Celtic goddess turned Catholic saint, is the star of many Imbolc traditions. Bridget was a nurturer, giver, and advocate for those in need. Her miracles and magic show us that there is always enough to go around, and if you are in need, to ask for and accept help. Ancient Celts crafted dolls of Bridget to use in their Imbolc rituals. You can do the same by crafting a simple doll out of straw, sticks, herbs, or cloth. Decorate your doll with shells, ribbons, or flowers of the season to represent the coming spring. Place your doll on your altar or as the centerpiece of your Imbolc dinner table. When the night is over, put Bridget to bed, and she will bring blessings to your home as you sleep. Take a pilgrimage to Bridget's well. If you can't pilgrimage to the real well of Bridget in Kildare, Ireland, there are actually several holy wells dedicated to her. You can visit a body of water near you for a ritual in her name. On Imbolc Eve, walk to a spring or body of water, bring your Bridget doll if you've made one, and a small jar or flask to collect a bit of water. Sit in darkness for a few minutes and ask Bridget for what you need. Don't be shy, ask. Then collect a bit of water and set it on your altar. When you feel Bridget's blessings manifesting in your life, thank her with sincere gratitude and by giving back to your community or helping others. Did I read that last night? Because it sounds like I read it last night. But I may have read it to myself. I may have read it to myself and thought that I was on video and wasn't. Who knows? So, if I read that 2 nights in a row, I apologize. That is not my intention. My intention was to share it on today. We are on Wednesday the 2nd, and we are in the energy of Imbolc, but actually yesterday was the fixed date, and tomorrow is like the astrological date, or for lack of a better term. Like, kind of like, I guess, how you have, what's an example? How you might have Veterans Day that falls on a certain day. Maybe that's a bad example. Okay, let's suppose you have a holiday that falls on a particular day, but it's always celebrated the Monday closest to it. So, because people like Mondays off. Something like that. I can't think of an exact example at the moment, so I would probably be well served to stop talking about things that I don't really know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to wrap this up, and thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your likes and your shares and your subscribes and all of that fun stuff. And you know, here I am 2 nights in a row after missing making videos for over a month. So maybe I'm on a roll. Maybe I'm on a roll. And even if I'm not, I'll come on when I can. And I hope you'll watch when you can. And leave me comments. Say hi. Let me know what's going on with you. Send me an email. Send me a private message. Send me a comment on my video comment section that every video has, and I'll be happy to hear from you, and so will Anna. So until tomorrow, I wish you a great evening. Good night.